Hello everyone, this is Tom here, and I got a new plan here for my layout, and I'm looking for some assistance. So I'm planning to put a third level on my layout, and what we're going to do is go high up above that windowsill, and then go all the way around the room. And then come around and go above the TV, which is lower than the door frame there. And the door frame and the window is the same height, so that's good. And then I got this beam, which is a little bit lower than the door frame, which is good, because then I can put a piece of wood along there to help the next level. And I go across the beam and to the corner, and then across here and go to the window again. So what my question is whether or not to just use foam or put a piece of plywood and then the foam on top of it. Because like on this level here, I have a 1/2 inch piece of plywood here, and then 1 inch foam, and then this is just a 1x for facing, and I wouldn't be able to nail anything underneath just the foam. So I want to make it light as possible to lift it up there and stuff like that. And I'm thinking maybe like down there I used 1/2 inch on that level. Over here, I used 1/4 inch, and then some Woodland Scenics risers all the way around, because that's what made it equal the height for my layout over here. I had a 1/2 inch plywood there, and then the Woodland Scenics risers on that side. So it's a question of, is it just foam, or put a piece of plywood and foam? I'm thinking 1/4 inch foam, because when I get that up there, I need to be able to screw underneath the Tortoise machines, BD20s for block detection, some NCE boards I might need for connecting the BD20s to. And so I need something to screw on there. And also underneath that level, I'm going to put a subway system. I'm going to make tubes, and I need to be able to mount them up underneath. So if it's just plain foam, I don't think that's going to support all that. And I'm just thinking maybe a 1/4 inch piece of plywood would be sufficient, at least to be able to screw in the stuff. Yeah, those tubes I'm going to be making with my 3D printer, and we'll see what that does. And I got my MTA train there, and maybe I'll get another one and run a subway system up there, put some subway stations and stuff like that in there. So that would make it like I have 4 levels here instead of 3. The third level will be like 2 up and bottom. And then I have one other thing to figure out is my helix. I need to get it up to go up to that level. And since the boards are on this side of that beam, and the wood is going to be up here, I need to be able to get through this beam. I have to get through here, so I'm going to take a drill up there. Hopefully it's wood beam and not a metal beam. If it's metal, then I'm out of luck. So what I might do then is just run the helix up and go underneath there, and then cut a hole in that level and get the train to run up and around, and then I can have like the subway come in to that line to go down and around and back down and service the train stations down here. So that's what my plans are. So if anybody has any ideas on what I can put up there that I'd be able to screw into. Back in the day I used to use Homa soap, but it's hard to get that anymore. And this one I'm going to make these like 24 inches wide. That'll give me enough room to put a couple of tracks and some sidings and stuff up there, some industries and stuff like that. And it'll go all the way around a room, which then I can run the train up there continuously around. Like on this level, it can't run continuous because it goes in a loop and then it comes back down. So there's no way to go around and around up there. This one here runs around and around, and this one here runs around and around. But this one, these two are just like, you know, interchanges, I guess you would call them, to get to one section to another. So I'm thinking that that level will make it so I can run those bigger trains, and I can get more cars in at them and make a nice long train up there and let that run around. That'll leave this side open so that the trains from over here can switch over, go up and go around, come back down, and then there won't be any trains in the way in this level to deal with, or maybe just one train there instead of both of them, because I have to do a lot of manual maneuvering to get the trains that come from over here on this side to go up the helix and service the areas up there, then come back down. When it comes back down, I got to move these trains into an area where they won't get in the way of the train to get back and come through this interchange here and get back to Murrayfield. And so from Rose Lake to Murrayfield, I got a crossover that comes here. It crosses over to get from Murrayfield to Rose Lake, and then this is the return over the bridge and down and around to get to Murrayfield. So that's it. So if anybody got any suggestions or recommendations, please drop me a note and let me know. And this project's going to start sometime in the early summer. I want to be able to go outside and cut wood if I have to, and whatever. Plus, the one other thing, the 1/4 inch will give me something to nail this face on. I can nail it from the top down into it, and before I put them up there, and then I can put the foam on top of that, and you know, have a fascia on there that kind of will hide the electronic stuff under there. So, but that's what we want to do, and we'll see what happens. So, like I say, if anybody has any suggestions, please drop me a line, and we'll see you in the next video. So this is Tom, and everybody, happy model railroading.